Welcome. This is another Tactical Technician video brought to you from Diagnation. The title of today's video is Power Probe ECT 3000 Open and Short Finder, Capacitive Coupling, and a Lab Scope. Basically, I want to talk about using this tool not so much for short circuits, even though it's a very good tool for detecting short circuits, more or less for tracing wires and open circuited wires. Sometimes that's real difficult because wiring schematics are really good and they've gotten better over the years. But when we bring the schematic to the car, it's always the harness routing which can be challenging. Some service information does a better job than others at showing the actual where the wire runs in the vehicle. So basically, we have an illustration in front of us. It is basically for the fuel injectors. All 4 fuel injectors are disconnected. They all go to the PCM. The connector at the PCM is also disconnected. Basically, we have 4 wires we're looking at. Our transmitter is actually hardwired into the injector 1 circuit. The other 3 circuits, the wiring runs alongside injector 1, as you can see, because you follow. The car wiring is in burgundy. The yellow squiggly line, that's a sheath. That's like a conduit where the wiring, the harness goes into. And they all flow into to the PCM. In this case, the PCM is disconnected. So we're going to basically look at the effect of capacitive coupling and how to mitigate it. So here are our tools. This is Power Probe ECT 3000. There's that is our transmitter hooked to the battery. This is our receiver, which basically is the tool that picks up the signal. And we got a little demo circuit here just to show the effect of capacitive coupling. And then I will get to the scope. So let's just kind of I want to hook to the demo board first while we still have enough power. And let's, okay, let me see this, not bad. Working one-handed, it's always tough. Okay, we're hooked to our demo board here. And I will grab the receiver and I will show you what a circuit looks like when we turn this thing on. So you go like this, we turn this on, we hook it, we lay it right close to our wire, and we get as many bars as we can on the receiver. So now we know we got a wide range, and I will run this receiver along the blue wire, which we are powered into. We are hardwired into the blue wire only. The red, the green, and the yellow are running alongside the blue, and they're capacitive coupling. You see that? You get the signal everywhere. That's undesirable if we're working on a car. That drives you crazy because you get the whole car's a big false positive. So we go back to the red wire, and we're going to desensitize it by getting our bars down to, I'm going to get it down to just basically 1. So now we know we have we've desensitized the receiver, so we only want to pick up the signal as it travels through the blue wire. You see that? We lose a little there, but we only get it on blue. Follow blue down. Okay. Now when I go green, I shouldn't get it because I've desensitized the receiver. Green goes in there. If I go red, I don't get it. Desensitized it. Okay. Yellow, I don't get it. Desensitized it. Okay. Now watch one thing now. If we were tracing an open wire, you can see that I'm gonna disconnect this the blue wire to signify an open in a wire if we were tracing an open, and I'm gonna strengthen this thing up again. I'm gonna go to the full strength, and I'm tracing an open wire. Look at that, it's the blue wire. Look what happens, I still get it. It's all capacitive coupling all through the disconnect. We're not hardwired into this circuit at all. It's all picking up capacitive coupling. So I don't want that. I will mitigate that. See, I'm getting it on yellow, on red, and on green. So now I want to go in and I want to desensitize the thing down to 1 bar because I just want to find an open or a trace of wire. I got to get real close to my blue wire, get the sweet spot. Look at that. I don't get it now. Now I found my broken open wire. Okay, so you got the idea. It's about sensitivity. You can adjust it as you like it. I will go to the scope, and getting back to your schematic, we got 4 channels on the scope. Injector 1 is blue, injector 2 is red, injector 3 is green. Okay. Okay, we're on the scope, and I'm going to plug the transmitter into injector circuit 1 so you can see it. Okay. You probably saw something on the scope there. Right, you see how 1 is a lot thicker than red, red thicker than green, and green thicker than yellow, because we're sort of, the green, the red, and the yellow are capacitive coupling, and the blue is hardwired. So basically, if I disconnect the entire thing, I'll disconnect and reconnect the transmitter, you see we lose everything right there. Now I'll disconnect the blue channel, the red channel, and the yellow. I'll disconnect them all 4 sequentially. We'll see what we get. So that's blue's disconnected and back, red's disconnected and back, green's disconnected and back, and yellow's disconnected and back. So you can see what happened there. As each scope lead was disconnected, we didn't pick up that capacitive coupling, and it weakened it. Basically, I will grab the transmitter, the receiver now, and I will go to the vehicle. Let me get out of the scope. We'll get back on the vehicle, and then we are going to turn this thing on to the most sensitive. Okay, now we're going to run on top of, this is the number 1 injector. You can see it. This is the 3 injector, the 2 injector. This is the 3 injector. This is the 4 injector. Okay, I'm going to disconnect the scope for now. I'm just going to disconnect all the scope leads, because that may be acting as sort of a buffer or an antenna or a I don't want it to pull on, because we're on the car. We wouldn't obviously have the scope on. I'm just doing this for demonstration purposes. So I'm back on 1. Okay, I'm going over to 2. I get it on 2. I go to 3. I get it on 3. Okay, the scope was kind of eating some of that signal, so I had to get rid of it. And we're back on 4. So I got all 4 doing it. I go to a harness down here, and it's going pretty much, all I gotta do is get near the harness, and it goes off. Now I'll go to this, all 4 injector wires as they go through the harness, and that's kind of undesirable. And that's something that we wouldn't want. So I'm gonna kind of I'm gonna desensitize the transmitter now to mitigate that, and we'll see what happens. Now I'm on injector 1. Now I'm going to go to 2. Nothing on 2. You see that? Nothing on 3. Nothing on 4. Okay, it's a good thing I got that scope out of there. That was causing a problem. But again, I'm back to 1. I got my sweet spot. I got just that number 1 wire, which I'm going to go down here to the harness going into the firewall. You hear it. It's just at a certain spot. So I could key in on 1 wire. I don't have to and I will find what the wire I'm looking for. Well, you can see down here, basically, I get real close to that number 1 injector wire, and it goes off, and only goes off then. So I'm gonna go in the car, take it, because it's almost over. I'm gonna take it to the PCM. A little dark in here. Connector B is disconnected. You can see it disconnected. And I'm gonna go in there, and I'm gonna work. It's gonna be a little hard, but I got to find that sweet spot. You got to work a little bit at it. I'm going to try to make it go off. All I got is got to get close to that number one injector wire. And I'm working at it, shooting live. Nothing is pre-staged. One of these wires is from injector one. I just got to get real close to it. If it goes off, we're done, to prove the point. There it is. Okay. Okay, I've hit very close to the one circuit, one wire. But now I go one wire next to it, I don't get it. That's what I want. I want to key in on wire. You got to work a little hard to get your wire, but nonetheless, you'll find it without capacitive coupling, and you just concentrate on your wire. But anyway, sometimes you have to get into the conduit, into the sheath, and put this probe right close to the wire you're looking at, because we initially desensitized this to set it up. Anyway, signing off from Diagnation. Thanks a lot.